Hello and welcome to another CanvasCast. This time we're tackling a topic that comes across my desk fairly often of how do we go about recovering content that may have been accidentally deleted within Canvas. We're going to look at two ways to do that in this CanvasCast. One is a very nice but has its limitations, undelete feature. And the second is to make you aware of our Canvas test environment. So here is a random Canvas course shell. And let's say I've accidentally deleted something in there that I didn't mean to delete or have changed my mind on. What I can do is go to the home of the Canvas course. And then in my web browser, whichever one you happen to be using, up here where it's got the web address for that. What I'm going to do is single left click here, and after the N, I'm going to put in a backslash, and I'm going to say undelete, U-N-D-L-E-T-E. Then I'm going to hit enter, and what this is going to give me is a limited, up to 25 items, restore list of things I've deleted in here. But let's say I wanted to restore this particular discussion. There's a restore button associated with that. And I click that and I'll say, are you sure you're sure? And I'll say, okay. And it's going to put that back in place. Now, where you'll be able to find it will be depend on what it is. In this case, it's a discussion. So I'll have to go over to the discussions area. And there it is. And I can edit this and modify it as I would, just like I was starting out new, but anything that I had in there will now be available to me once again. The other way of going about recovering content is to access something called the test Canvas server. Now, this is something that every 3 weeks makes a complete copy of whatever is existing in our regular Canvas server and puts it in sort of an offline site that students don't have access to, but you as faculty will be able to log into. And in this, you can maybe perhaps export and import into your live course something that you can't get at with the undelete feature. So I'm at my web browser, and what I'm going to do is just type in an address here, the ncstate.test.instructure.com. So yeah, and it'll look just like a regular Canvas server, and you use the regular Canvas login. And the other thing to note about the test server is it, because it is much less trafficked, it has less horsepower behind it, so it is not as fast as a regular Canvas server. But it gives you a little pink bar to remind you down here that, hey, don't get used to anything that's in here. It's just a playground, and every 3 weeks it's reset. And I can say, you know what? I accidentally deleted a particular assignment, and it wasn't available to me with the little undelete trick. Let's say it's quiz 1 here. It is still present here. So what I'm going to do is go to settings and export course content on the right-hand side. And I'll say I'm going to export a quiz. I'll say not all quizzes, just quiz 2, and create an export. And it'll go ahead and build that for me. And now I can download that file. And I'll go ahead and save that file. And then that'll be available to me now to switch over to our regular Canvas server. So just so I don't get confused, I'm going to go ahead and log out of this test environment. So now I'll go to our regular Canvas server and just double check the address. Nope, no test in there. And log in per usual. And then I can go to the course that now my live production course that students have access to. And now I can go to settings, and I can go to import course content. And then I'm going to say a Canvas course export package. And then I just have to point it at where I save that, which in this case would be on my desktop. And then I'll say specific content or all content in this case, because that's the only thing in there, and say import. And then it'll give me a little thermometer showing me it's doing that. And it'll think. And once it's done, that content will be restored wherever it is, in this case, quizzes. So I'll go down to my quizzes, and there's my quiz. A third option is we can try and work with Canvas support, and you can file a Canvas ticket under help and report a problem and see if we can get Canvas engineers to go in and try and restore an item. But these are the two items that you have at your fingertips, and you can give a go anytime you want. So as always, if you have any questions or there's anything else I can do around this or any other Canvas features, feel free to get a hold of me, and I'll be happy to work with you. Happy canvassing.